Shelley and Franca Harvey, fondly known as Franca, of Monkhorn St. Andrew, passed away on Thursday, October 17th, 2024, at the age of 37. She is survived by her siblings Rika, Kida, Jalissa, Juliet, Julianne, Miguel, Dave and Frankie in Grenada, Brooke in the United Kingdom, and Rondell in Nevis. She was the close companion of Daniel Hannibal. Several nieces and nephews, including Kidana, Floyd, Nike, Dessalines, and Cassara. Niece of Jean and Lane Thomas of Mirabeau, and Hilda Thomas of Mardi Gras, Miriam, Neve, Jean, and Neil Harvey in the USA, and Sheila Harvey in Canada. Several cousins, including Denise Thomas in Canada, Glennis Sayers in the United Kingdom, Joy and Rayon Thomas in the USA, Caroline Thomas of Mirabeau, and Florence Joseph of Grand Bras. Many other relatives and friends, including the Thomas family of Mirabeau and Lafayette, the Sayers family of Mirabeau, the Harvey family of Monkhorn, the Joseph family of Grand Bras, and friends and neighbours of Monkhorn, Mirabeau, and Sab St. Andrew. The funeral service for the late Shelley and Franca Harvey, fondly known as Franca, of Monkhorn St. Andrew, will take place on Wednesday, November 6th at 2 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Paradise Seventh-day Adventist Church, and interment will be at the Grand Bras Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Wayne's Funeral Services. Edwin Thompson, also known as Eggies, of Woodland St. George, died on Thursday, September 26, 2024, at the age of 68, left to mourn are his wife Faye Thompson, daughter Tennille Pear, sisters Helena Thomas and Carol Bartholomew, brother Kenrick Thompson, grandchildren Madison Pear and Maximus Pear, son-in-law Mark Pear, brother-in-law Errol Robertson. Many other relatives and friends, including Brian Pivot, Leonard Gittins, and Hugh Romaine and their families, Vonda, Kadisha, Victoria Robertson and family, the Thompson, Jack, Jellineau, and Etienne families of Hopevale, Laborie, Monkpanarsus, and St. Paul's, Valerie Thompson, Enid Thompson, Mrs. Cicely Hall, the matron and staff of the Grand Aunts Home for the Aged, and other relatives and friends of St. Paul's, Laborie, Woodlands, Woburn, and Springs. The memorial service for the late Edwin Thompson, also known as Eggies, of Woodland St. George, will take place on Wednesday, November 6th at 2 p.m. Service will be held at the Bethel Methodist Church, St. Paul, St. George. No flowers by special request. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Maria Lyra Horford, of Monkhorn St. Andrew, passed away on Tuesday, October 1st, 2024, at the age of 87. She was the mother of Pastor Henry, also known as Lennox, in St. Thomas, Naomi, Adrian, Jerry and Ian in the USA, Errol in Trinidad, John, Reynold, Willianne, Maureen, Ashley and Betty Ann of Monkhorn St. Andrew. Grandmother of 51, including Rogel, Chiney, Javon, Choli, and Malari. Great-grandmother of 28, including Zarina. Mother-in-law of 12. Aunt of many, including Curlin and Devon in the USA. Many other relatives and close friends, including the Peters family of Riversally, the Charles family of Tivoli, the Horsford family of Montrose, the Francis, Thomas, Natu, and Matthew families of Blair's, the Fletcher family of Monkhorn, the McIntosh family of Paraclete, and friends of Monkhorn Seventh-day Adventist Church, including Irene, Gracelyn, and Loreen Waldron. The funeral of the late Maria Lyra Horsford of Monkhorn St. Andrew will take place on Thursday, November 7th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Paradise Seventh-day Adventist Church, and interment will be at the Monkhorn Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Dennis Aberdeen, also known as Pluto, of Birchgrove St. Andrew, died on Friday, 18th October 2024, at the age of 71, left to mourn his wife Marcia Humphrey Aberdeen, children David Williams, Don and Kim Pear, Brian and Cameron Redhead, Janista and Kurt Humphrey, Rona Felix and Garwin Griffith, siblings Rose Checkley, Paulina Aberdeen Seeley, Pamela, Marjorie, Glenda, Elvis and Davis Aberdeen, and Philomena Pear. 14 grandchildren, including Kalisha and Khadija Humphrey. 3 daughters-in-law: brothers-in-law Michael Seeley, Godric Pear, George, Elred, Gerald and Carl Humphrey. 1 sister-in-law, Yolanda Loving Abine. 2 aunts, Olga Abine and Katherine Bubb. Many nieces and nephews, too numerous to mention. Many other relatives and friends, including Sheila Andel, Suzanne Perryman, Bernice Humphrey, the Humphrey, Aberdeen, Gittins, Foray and Pear families of Birchgrove, Grandaunce and Beaulieu. The funeral service for the late Dennis Aberdeen, also known as Pluto, of Birchgrove St. Andrew, will take place on Thursday, November 7th at 2 p.m, with tributes commencing at 1:30 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the St. Matthew's RC Church, and interment will be at the St. Rose Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Shirley Bernardet Augustus, also known as Mommy Sis, of Rucane, St. David, died on Tuesday the 8th of October at the age of 75. She was the mother of Andy, Gregory, and Rosalind in Canada, Glenroy, Lenroy, Denroy, Kenroy, Karen, Clovis, Jude, Shirley, Jocelyn, Kerry, Randall, Denisha, Carolyn, and Judy. Grandmother of 31, great-grandmother of 6. Sister of Earl, Joan, and Lawrence in Canada, Lester and Godwin in Trinidad, Aaron, Bernadette, and Ian in Grenada, and Adonis, Norman, and Darwin in the U.S. Sister-in-law of 6, aunt of many, mother-in-law of 10. Many cousins, other relatives, and close friends, including the Augustus family of Palm Rose, the Joseph family of Rucane and Felix Park, the Modeste, Regis, Christopher, and Francis families in Rucane, the George family of St. Mark, the Thomas family of Latant, the Julian family of Grand Bacolet, the Sylvester family, Auntie Betty and family, the Daniel family of Belial, Paulie and family, Rudolph and family, the Mark family, BJ and family, Cousin Hilary and family, Dr. Lowe, Archbishop Daniel Moore and family, members of the Jerusalem Baptist Church, friends and neighbors in Rucane and surrounding areas. The funeral for the late Shirley Bernadette Augustus, also known as Mommy Sis of Rucane, St. David, will take place on Thursday the 7th of November at 1 o'clock. The funeral service will be held at the St. David's Church of Christ, La Sagesse. Interment will be at the St. David's Cemetery. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Agatha Catherine Mitchell Alexis, also known as Tamka of Florida St. John, died on Sunday the 1st of September at the age of 92. She was the mother of Ian and Morrill in the U.S., Glenna, Claudia, Floris, and Rhonda in Canada, Marvis and Myron in Grenada, grandmother of 13, including Jamar, great-grandmother of 9, sister of Eldika Mitchell, aunt of many, including Lennox Perrott of Grenville, mother-in-law of 6, including Fabian Bennett, George McKnight, and Heather Salfani, grandmother-in-law of Kenton Olive, many cousins, other relatives, and close friends, including the Welsh family of Loreto, the Alexis family of Florida, the Mitchell family in Victoria, the Smith family of brothers, Marilyn Harriman, Angela Lewis, Shirley Lacrette, pastors and members of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Florida and Clogier, members of the Roman Catholic Church, Boys on the Block, friends and neighbors in Florida and surrounding areas. The funeral service for the late Agatha Catherine Mitchell Alexis, also known as Tamka of Florida St. John, will be on Thursday, the 7th of November at 1 o'clock. The funeral service will be held at Florida Seventh-day Adventist Church, St. John. Interment will be at the Family Cemetery, Florida. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
Francis Gilbert of Laurelland St. David, who resided at Westerhall Heights, agency manager at Pan American Life Insurance Group, passed away in New York on Saturday, 4th April 2020, at the age of 71. He was the husband of Merle Gilbert in New York, father of Jason Gilbert and Perron Gilbert in Grenada, Vanessa Gilbert Dorset, Perry Gilbert and Keyshawn Gilbert, all in New York. Brother of Maria Francis, James, Joseph and Austin Gilbert. Grandfather of 13, great-grandfather of 3, nephew of Emmanuel. Father-in-law of Jerry Dorset, Alona Fort Gilbert and Shauna George Gilbert. Brother-in-law of Merlin DeGans, Esther Belfon, Claro Gilbert and Michael Francis. Many nieces and nephews in England, Canada, the USA, Tortola, Trinidad and Grenada. Other relatives and friends including Herman Sylvester, Carvel Cave, Nigel and Samintra Abraham, Margaret Forbes, Pamela Ed, the Gilbert, Greenwich, Belfon, McSween, Moses, Blackett and Entwine families, the management and staff of Pan American Life Insurance Group, and other members of the insurance fraternity, members of the Gospel Hall Assemblies, and neighbors and friends of Laurelland and Westerhall Heights. A memorial service for the late Francis Gilbert of Laurelland St. David, who resided at Westerhall Heights, will take place on Sunday, November 10th at 4 p.m. at the Calviny Gospel Hall. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Jippy Boen of Monjaloo St. George passed away on Wednesday, October 30th, 2024. At the age of 66, the funeral arrangements for the late Jippy Boen of Monjaloo St. George will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Ted James, also known as Uncle Ted and Tedu of Windsor Forest St. David, who resided at Happy Hill St. George, passed away on Thursday, October 31st, 2024, at the age of 84. The funeral arrangements for the late Ted James, also known as Uncle Ted and Tedu, of Windsor Forest St. David, who resided at Happy Hill St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Agnes James, also known as Althea McPhee of Loretto Grove St. John, passed away on Saturday, 19th October 2024, at the age of 87. The funeral arrangements for the late Agnes James, also known as Althea McPhee, of Loretto Grove St. John, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Camille Charles, also known as Baby of Victoria St. Mark, passed away on Wednesday, October 30th, 2024, at the age of 37. The funeral arrangements for the late Camille Charles, also known as Baby of Victoria St. Mark, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Elsa Cffi of St. John, who resided in the United Kingdom and at Calviny St. George, passed away on Thursday, October 24th, 2024, at the age of 86. The funeral arrangements for the late Elsa Cffi of St. John, who resided in the United Kingdom and at Calviny St. George, will be given any subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
Beresford Carlton Doyle, also known as Phantom, a well-known taxi driver of La Fortune St. Patrick, who resided at Beaulieu St. George and Malty St. David, died on Sunday the 27th of October at the age of 88. The funeral arrangements for the late Beresford Carlton Doyle, also known as Phantom, of La Fortune St. Patrick, who resided at Beaulieu St. George and Malty St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Veronica Roberts, also known as Vero, of the Point, Caliste, who resided at Frequenty St. George, passed away on Saturday, October 26, 2024, at the age of 84. The funeral arrangements for the late Veronica Roberts, also known as Vero, of the Point, Caliste, who resided at Frequenty St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Theresa Harris, also known as Mon and Auntie Mon, of Coast Guard St. Mark, passed away on Wednesday, 23rd October 2024, at the age of 55. The funeral arrangements for the late Theresa Harris, also known as Mong and Auntie Mong of Coast Guard St. Mark, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
Cletus Aiden Sylvester of Content St. David, who resided in Tortola, a former police officer attached to the Coast Guard and former employee of Grentel Cable and Wireless, died on the 11th of October 2024 at the age of 60. Funeral arrangements for the late Cletus Aiden Sylvester of Content St. David will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Sheridan Crispin Thomas, also known as C. Gugu, of Central Grove Estate St. John, died on Friday, September 27th, 2024, at the age of 49. The funeral arrangements for the late Sheridan Crispin Thomas, also known as C. Gugu, of Central Grove Estate St. John, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
The management and staff of MTV extend deepest condolences to those of you whose loved ones have passed on. Thank you for watching.
I am Godwill James, an MD and a member of Gateway Assembly. Medically, death is regarded as an end or a cessation of life. Different groups view death in different perspectives. While some regard death as a continuation of life, others view it as an infeeble form of life. As a Christian, we may want to view death as a separation of the soul from the body. So, whichever way one may view death, I want to say that may the gentle soul of the faithful departed rest in the bosom of the Lord. Amen.